Honorable Minister, Dr. Agnes Naamomolate, distinguished delegates, Coordinating Director, Mr. Samuel Ackhurst, dear UN and World Bank colleagues, dear friends, good morning. Before turning to our program, I would like, on behalf of the Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, to express our sincere condolences to the Honorable Minister, and through her, to the bereaved families and the government and people of Ghana on the tragic loss of distinguished men of service in a helicopter crash earlier this year. May their service and sacrifice be remembered with honor and inspire our collective commitment to service. As the chief of the social policy section at the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, which is based in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Social Protection Forum. We are very pleased to be supporting the Ministry of Finance in organizing this two-day event. We are grateful to Ms. Constance Ba and also to Mr. Maxwell Kudjo in bringing all of us together. So let us give them a warm round of applause. Honorable Minister, the forum is part of a 3-year project between the UNECA and the government of Ghana to assess vulnerability and social protection in the country. The project was born during a time of several overlapping global crises when the COVID pandemic was just ending, 2020-21. The new global events such as the Ukraine war impacted food prices globally and also in Ghana. Climate-related shocks were becoming more intense. Macroeconomic shocks hit the global economy, and recently new tariffs were imposed. All of these did not only have macroeconomic repercussions or finance-related repercussions, but affected the lives of ordinary people. Food prices soared, schools were closed, the digital divide became more exposed. People's homes and daily lives have been impacted by severe weather events. Different populations have been forced to migrate. Young people struggle to find new jobs, given the global macroeconomic climate. As part of the project, since May of this year, led by the Ministry of Finance, we have had several stakeholder engagements, including with the Planning Commission, Ministry of Health, NATMO, Ministry of Local Government, GSS, and many others. We have learned the following. Ghana is one of the least poor countries in sub-Saharan Africa and has shown remarkable progress in reducing poverty in all its forms everywhere. The GSS, the Ghana Statistical Service, measures poverty both via income poverty, using the National Poverty Line, and multidimensional poverty, using a multidimensional poverty index that captures both the incidence and intensity of poverty. The Ghana National MPI was launched in 2020, when COVID was still on. It shows the multiple deprivations people face at the same time, and they include, for example, health insurance, school attendance, housing, etc. As per the Ghana National MPI, there was a steep reduction between 2011 and 2019. And we're waiting now for the new GLSS data for an update. And we believe there has been further reduction and more successes to celebrate. We have also learned and shared experiences on how Ghana's social protection system is quite comprehensive, going beyond cash handouts, but including graduation and vocational programs. Our study that we have conducted at UNECA, together with the stakeholders assembled here, shows that the national MPI can be very informative for national planning and policy making. For example, 40% of Ghana's population around 40%, is multidimensionally poor, with even higher incidences in the northern regions. Yet the majority of the poor populations live in urban areas, including Greater Accra. This has implications for budget allocations, and that's why it's so important that the Ministry of Finance is here and is hosting and is conducting this study. In our vulnerability assessment, we find that the majority of the multidimensional vulnerable indeed live in urban areas and in the southern parts of Ghana. And unfortunately, almost 90% of the populations in the northern regions are either multidimensionally poor or vulnerable. Stakeholders have indicated that this calls for bold action. Many Ghanaians are just one shock away from falling into multidimensional poverty or even deeper poverty. The shocks can be climate-related, such as floods or crop failures, or conflict-related or economic. As part of the project, we are currently assessing Ghana's social protection system. We'll analyze how fit for purpose it is. With the help of both the Ministry of Gender and the Ministry of Finance, as well as GSS and other stakeholders, we analyze gaps and challenges of existing programs and initiatives. We hope to present this comprehensive report to you, Madam Minister, by mid next year. Honorable Minister, one common challenge has emerged. Data on the various programs are available. The GSS has some of the best data across African countries, and sometimes more than European or other countries. New poverty indices and measures of vulnerability are available and have been developed by GSS. Yet, only very few stakeholders do have access to it or make use of these. There are many poverty reduction programs in place, yet very few are informed by statistics on multidimensional poverty. Also, very few are informed by real-time statistics or satellite data or any events. And stakeholders have mentioned this critical gap. Honorable Minister, at the ECA, we are keen to support the government of Ghana in improving the social protection system and in aligning it with the lived reality of vulnerable people. We believe that poverty does have a human face. It is not just a number. With the National Multidimensional Poverty Index for Ghana, developed by GSS, such a holistic view of poverty emerges. The national MPI, with 12 indicators, provides a lot of information and can inform policies on housing, schooling, nutrition, and much more. Poverty truly is a multidimensional phenomenon, yet it does not happen in isolation. Often, the multidimensionally poor are those who suffer the most from climate shocks, such as droughts or heavy rains. It is the MPI poor that are affected by overcrowded roads or buses. It is the MPI poor that are one shock away of falling into deeper poverty. It is the vulnerable that are affected the most by emerging conflicts and higher food prices. At the SCA, we want to make these lived experiences visible. We make them visible for better and more efficient planning so that the poorest are served first. We make them visible so that no resources are wasted. As part of the project, we have developed an interactive online interface for policymakers, for you. This interface combines localized statistics on poverty, vulnerability, and geolocated data on any kind of events, such as weather events, such as conflict, such as migration patterns and movements. These are all in real time. During the stakeholder discussions, this interface was much appreciated by NATMO, by the Ministry of Finance, by your ministry, and others. Many stakeholders realized the potential for it to be customized to the context of Ghana. For example, data on budget allocations can be uploaded as well, disaggregated by region, age, and gender, and linked to poverty hotspots. Budget allocations for social protection programs, schools, hospitals can also be overlaid, so we can tally poverty statistics with actual spending. This will allow the Ministry of Finance to tally vulnerability hotspots with actual spending. The way poverty and social statistics become a governance tool, then poverty is not a number, but really a useful tool. So it's not just another report, but a tool to reduce the vulnerability and poverty that we see. Honorable Minister, before I close, let me summarize. Based on the lessons from the ongoing project, we are confident that Ghana is moving towards the right direction in providing universal social protection. We are confident that all Ghanaians will be able to prosper and move forward in dignity. We hope that our research and our tools will be of use to the government for better targeting of the most in need. We hope that this forum will be eye-opening. We hope the forum is a platform for the many stakeholders and development partners to share experiences from the ground. I thank you for your active participation and wish you fruitful deliberations. Thank you.